Hey there, I'm Paul Galliano. I'm here with...
I'm Brendan Bradley, a strike captain on the front line at Paramount.
He's an actor. We're going to work this picket line, and then we're going to sit down for a chat over a cup of Solidari-TEA.
So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
All right, Brendan, thank you for joining me here today.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys. So we just did the picket line. I got to observe you doing your duty. So first of all, how did you... That's good. By the way, his tea of choice, Arnold Palmer.
Arnold Palmer.
I haven't had Arnold Palmer in a long time.
Some call it
Very
half
good.
and half.
Half and
Iced tea
half.
lemonade.
Yeah.
It's a lot of different...
It's really good.
A lot of opinions on the matter.
But I do want to talk about you being a strike captain first. Are you like the forerunner of the strike captains for SAG? Because no. Okay.
No.
So
we're all equal strike captains.
Well, but here's what I'm getting at. Of course, everyone's equal, and we all appreciate the effort that you guys put in every day, coming out here in the hot sun and keeping people safe.
And you can do it too.
And you can do it too. Contact this man. Or any strike captain for that matter, so I've heard. The thing though, you talked to a WGA member and you were like, oh, you guys have a captain system set up, but did SAG not have anything in place like that at the time of this conversation?
So it's a little different. So from May 2nd, when the writers first went on strike, I was out there on the front line, mostly at Warner Brothers, because that was closest to my home. And so I would just go out to Warner Brothers. I tried to make it 3 times a week, regularly getting out there. And I got to know some of the strike captains. And so we go out there, we chat. And one of the strike captains asked me, do you all have a captain system? And I was like, I don't know, actually. So I know some of the folks on the negotiating committee. I've been lucky enough to know some folks at leadership. I've been on committees for several years. And so I just asked around, do we have anything like this? And they said, no, but hang tight. We're trying to figure this out.
Awesome.
Because we've not actually taken a real action in about 40 years. So since the 80s, we've not taken an action of this nature. And really since the 60s, we've never struck with the Writers Guild.
At the same time, yeah.
So I like to say we're building the airplane as we fly it. So we're introducing this new captain system, this idea of membership, volunteerism, and organization to be able to organize ourselves, be able to take certain actions, and be able to communicate and collaborate with each other on the ground. The Writers Guild captains nominated actors that they'd seen out on the line. And that was the first batch of strike captains that were ingested through the legal training and then on the ground training with captains. So we got assigned to different lots. So even though I live nowhere near Paramount, I was assigned to Paramount as the gate for me to train. And so I started my training, and then very quickly on the ground, we realized there was not a method to schedule ourselves, communicate. Paramount's a special beast because there's 6 different areas that we have to maintain, which is very spread out. So we basically copy and pasted what the Writers Guild is doing for infrastructure, scheduling, onboarding. And then my fellow lot captain, Iris, and I turned that into a Google document so that we could just email it to anybody and they could self-onboard themselves or opt out. and immediately, like, we use
no judgment
at all.
But the options there.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like immediately know, okay, this is how Paramount works. This is how spread out it is. This is what working here is like. No, you cannot hand out T-shirts. That's unfortunately not a job. We would all love to be under the tent handing out T-shirts, but that's not actually what is needed at Paramount specifically. Yeah. And then understanding like how you train up here, what each gate is like, and then we have a signal system. It's called the Signal app. And we have a group thread, and how we communicate with each other on the ground, how we handle legal emergencies, how we handle traffic emergencies.
But so you really were hands-on in the development of a captain system for SAG, though, which is huge. So thank you.
There's a group.
I know there's a team.
I don't want to take credit.
Of course, no, and I'm not giving you the whole credit.
There's a group of us that were basically week one. Oh God, oh God, oh God! This is what is needed on the ground.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what was worked out in an office as like a strategy or a plan.
Yeah.
Now that we're here in the sun on the ground, this is what's needed tactically to make this effort work.
Okay.
With half the volunteers that we need. So yes, there's a group of us at each site that basically we're here in the line of fire week one, day one, realizing what is needed, what we have, what we don't have, and then making a strategy for how to basically mobilize the membership.
You know, talking about what you need, how to strategize. Well, I'll tell you, what you don't need is like an improvement in energy here at this location. I've been to several strike locations, and there's a very particular enjoyable vibe here.
Yeah.
That, I mean, everybody's bringing the energy, the good vibes, the feel goods, and you're great with people. You know,
nice.
you seem like you remember everybody's name as you walk in. You have such good interaction, saying hello to everybody. That show of solidarity. Even you invited a couple that was on the street that were here from Chicago,
Yeah.
right? And they had their signs, but they were across the street from the picket, and you invited them
Onto
to
the
join the
picket,
line. Yeah, and they were more than happy to. And of course, we appreciate that. We appreciate the show of support. So, but everybody here has a good thing going on.
Yeah.
And you know, they say it starts at the top and trickles down. So, as one of the captains here, I'm sure that you are influential in reinforcing that positive vibe that you guys have going on here at Paramount.
Well, yes, and that in the sense that it's our WGA mentorship that trained us up and trickled it down, and then our SAG-AFTRA staff that is supporting us here on the ground.
Yeah.
I think all of that funnels into just then good volunteerism, good citizenry, and
I love it.
all of us being out here.
Sharing the credit, rightfully so. Credit where credit's due, right?
Yeah.
Which is a theme of this strike. Thank you so much, Brendan. Everybody, I'm going to put some links in the description where you can keep up with Brendan and see everything he's got going on. Be sure to check him out. Great guy, doing a lot of good work out here.
And come join us out here. We have Arnold Palmer up there.